Alright YouTube, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the answer of the question, MAPMYRUN versus Strava. What is the better exercise app? Yes, today we are at sunny Lakeside in Doncaster. This is the scenic place to go for a run, and the place where, if you are running with a camera like this, you get a lot of funny looks. So I can't wait for today's video. Now, I've never been much of a runner, okay? I've trained once for running in my entire life, and it was for Tough Mudder back in 2019. And I used MAPMYRUN the entire time, okay? I put some examples of my runs up now from the time, and it was successful. It was a good app. It showed me everything that I needed to, and that's what we're going to be using in the first half of the video today. However, during lockdown, my good friend Alex Snaith, I'm sure he won't mind me putting him in this video, he has gone through like a fitness glow up on Strava, and he's been sharing them all over Facebook, and I just want to check it out because a lot of people use it. It seems to be quite an artistic choice because a lot of people make pictures with their runs, and also quite a social one. So yeah. So today we are going to go for a run using MAPMYRUN, like I said. We're gonna do the run, we'll go through the results, have a look at the distance, go through the app, sort of see what I think to it. They're both absolutely free. You can pay for premium options on both of them, but we're gonna be going through the free options because we all love a free app, don't we? Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna take you on board for my run. I might even give Chesty a go, a little cameo appearance for Chesty. Yeah, take you through the scenes of the lovely Lakeside. Love a bit of alliteration. Just bear with me because I'm very unfit. I know we're trying to get fit this year, but I am not a runner. I'll say it 1,000 times, I'm not a runner. So I'm going to give this my best go. Probably laugh at my times, etc. But it's a nice scenic place to run, and it's quite flat, so it's not like demoralising. It sort of brings you up a bit. So let's get the first run, oh god. Let's get the first run underway and finished, and then we'll go through the results on the app together. Oh. Oh my god. Right, first run done. And to clarify, that's my first run since getting COVID. I'm like, my breath is like, when I get to like 70%, it's like it stops and I can't breathe anymore. And that kicked in at about 9 minutes in, and I'm just knackered. Like, I couldn't even get round. I had to start walking. 9 minutes in, pretty much walked the rest of the way around apart from the very last bit, so that it looked like on video I'd ran the whole time. But obviously I'm sharing with you, that's not what happened. And bear in mind, I was meant to have got COVID on the 28th of December. Today's the, what day is today? The 18th of January. Before I pass out, let's have a look at the app. So, as I'm looking at it now, it says, how was your run? You can tap notes here. It says I've done 1.52, but doesn't say what of. I think that's miles. Does it say? Doesn't say. Pace 12.18, which, to be honest, to say I walked for half of it, it's not bad. Oh yeah, it is miles, sorry. 1.52 mile run, so not far at all, and you can see that I'm knackered, so we'll be building that up, But yeah, it tells you the duration of the run, gives you a picture of where you've ran, which is good. You can title it and put notes. So let's save the workout. Workout saved, and then you can share it. So you can share it. It tells you how many calories you've burnt. So I've burnt 200 calories. You can see that my pace in the first mile was a lot faster than the last 0.52. It tells you the weather. Show some love, write a comment, or share it. So this is the big differential that I can see so far. In terms of, I've not even used Strava yet, but I know it's quite social because it gives people notifications, you can follow them. Whereas this, it tells you what you've done, which I love. I love the summary. It tells you what you need to know. Your pace, your calories, your duration and distance. They're the main things that you're bothered about. Nice little diagram. If I press share, you can share it sort of like you would do on a YouTube video. You can either copy the link or just share it directly to Insta, Twitter, Facebook, or you can download it, which is interesting. And it gives you sort of different options for how it will look. Overall, I'm quite familiar with this app. And for just personal use, for not showing off or not staying in touch with your mates, it's absolutely spot on, to be honest. I'm interested to see, because we're going to do the exact same distance when I run next, which was going to be tomorrow. Which was going to be tomorrow, but judging on how I feel, I don't think that's really going to happen tomorrow. So I'll leave it a couple of days. We'll come back for Strava, and then we'll compare the two. We're back at Lakeside, the exact same place. We're going to do the exact same route. Hopefully we'll run a bit longer, do it a bit of a shorter time. Only this time we've got Strava to keep us company on the run. I'm also going to be with my mate Josh Rutherford, featured in the video where I got my nose broke wearing this top in 2018. So I've had it for 3 years. Here he is now, look. Whee! Strava seems to be a lot more of a social sort of app than what MAPMYRUN does. So you can see what on the news feed, like I'm showing you now, what all your mates have been doing throughout the day, that sort of thing. I don't really have anybody added because it's the first time I've ever used it, but yeah, I think it's definitely a lot more community based than the other one, and I'm hoping it matches the sort of performance, because to be honest, I reckon I could be swayed and go to Strava. But this is all about impartiality, being impartial, and we're gonna see what it's like compared to the other. Definitely putting it on the chest today. Lakeside, it's looking beautiful, very frosty though. Today we're giving Strava a go, see what it's got. Nearly stood in dog food then as well. Look at me here. Butters, man. Right, run finished. How do you think it went?
Alright.
You can still... you can hear that, I've got shortness of breath. Off back home now. Compare the two apps. I don't really think it makes much difference. Strava's the one. Alright, the runs are complete. Alright, I've done many a run now with Strava, and I'm going to put a little bit of a clip up on the screen because I didn't really give it the same sort of treatment that I gave the first one. You'll be able to tell from when those videos were filmed to when this has come out, that's a massive, massive gap, and that's purely because I had a bit of YouTube ick. I've really not been in the zone, in the mood for it, so apologies for that one. Alright, but the video remains the same. If anything, it's a good thing because I've used Strava a lot of times now, and yeah, Strava is the one. Alright, right, in terms of a comparison between the two apps, the main two differences are these. Number one, MAPMYRUN has got going for it that it does calories as standard, whereas Strava will do that, but you have to have like a fitness band, not that one, a fitness band or an Apple Watch or something like that that gives it the calorie data. So as standard, MAPMYRUN does calories and Strava does not, which is a big difference for a lot of people. For me, I'm not too bothered about calories, especially with eating. Actually, I know this isn't eating, but you eat those miles. Yeah, I don't think, for me personally, I don't think it's healthy to focus on calories when you are getting healthy. I think it can become quite an unhealthy thing. But anyway, if you want calories, then MAPMYRUN, I would say, as standard, is the one for you. However, the other big difference, which I think is such a huge thing, especially throughout the end of the world that we are going through now, lockdown, we aren't able to see our loved ones. It is the social aspect of Strava. You've got a news feed on there and you can support people who you know and love in what they're doing. You know, like you see someone go for a morning run, afternoon bike ride, that sort of thing, and it gives you that motivation to get out and do it yourself, and also it gives them the motivation to keep going because you're saying, yeah, good job, like it's difficult to get out and run even when it's -5 and you've done it, so fair play to you. So I love it for that aspect. The two main differences are Strava is more of a community-based app. It's more of a social connection than what MAPMYRUN is, and MAPMYRUN will give you calories. So if you want one over the other, for me, I want a social aspect more. I've really enjoyed it, especially during lockdown. Like I said, it has really helped me to feel a bit better connected to people and feel like, yeah, it gives himself a bit of a pat on the back, and it's kind of nice when you see someone liking your run and giving you kudos, which is what it's called on there. It's kind of a nice feeling. It's sort of validates what you do. Like, you shouldn't put it in other people, but it's just a nice little thing. It's better than getting a like on a Facebook status. It's like praising something that you're doing to benefit yourself. So yeah, I'm a massive advocate for that now, and I'll be using Strava going forward. It covers you for walking, running, bike riding and swimming, which MAPMYRUN does do the same. I won't be using it ever for swimming. You'll be seeing real soon, little cheeky hint, spoiler, you'll be seeing really soon that I will be using it for another function other than walking and running very soon, and there ain't that many there that I've told you, so you should be able to work it out. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I loved making it and I'm getting better, as you can see from the runs that I've put on. My runs are getting longer and I'm getting out there more, and I've realised it's not a case of how far can you run, it's a case of that you went out and did it at all, and you should be proud of yourself, and I am, and you should be proud of yourself if you're out there trying to better yourself, because it's one step at a time, and that's how running works. Oh, I'm full of these cheesy ones today. But yeah, progress is being made. Slow progress is progress nonetheless. Really hope that you're enjoying this healthy, happy fitness content. I hope you're proud of yourself if you're on some sort of a health kick this year. I know that I am. Make time for yourself, make time for your mental health as well as your physical health. Alright, get reading a book or chill out or something like that. Leave a comment down below. What apps do you use? What do you use to exercise with, and what do you use to record it? And if you don't already, then follow me on Strava. I'm going to be using it a lot more going forward. And yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure as always. You have been amazing. I have been me. I'll see you next week. Thanks very much for watching. Bye. Download Strava.